just reminded, as we were just speaking, my mind kept going on to something. That this is one country. Always, and most times, our past, what they call the more glorious than our today. Every year, I say, the next year, I say, last year, or the come last year. Next year, I say, no, 2 years ago. Well, it's a since each year, and I said, but 40 years ago this year, Sonny Okoso, Gulebu, and Nigeria's 24th independence, Nigeria had 24 years independence. In 1984, 40 years this year, he sang a song, and I'm sure many of you might remember it, which were Nigeria.
Yeah, how Soludo, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, is absolutely correct in what his explanation about Nigeria and how the past, every passing year, people will remember that year in the upper year and said last year was better than now. So he keep on recycling himself. That's what we are going to be discussing today, and why all these things are happening, and how it can be solved, not just in Nigeria, but in many of the states and in Soludo's place also. So welcome back. I am Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Remember that you need to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel so that many people will be able to understand what we are talking about, and will be able to appreciate, and will be able to join in this discussion. It's like a crusade. Soludo had just spoken about it, and Charles Chukwuma Soludo is the executive governor of Anambra State. Many people like him, many doesn't, because some people think he talks, but if you listen to him, he has some wisdom that he do deploy. But to talk about these things without actually having a timeline, it's like knowing something, but you are not completely bringing about solution to it, a concrete solution, or listen to people and learn from them how to accomplish a total turnaround. So we are going to be discussing about that. He used Nigeria as example. 2023, people said is better than 2024 this year. And that has been the story of Nigeria for a long time. So back to Anambra State, back to Anibo, back to southern Nigeria, eastern Nigeria, the same story is just like that. I give you an example. When I was growing up in Onitsha, we have running water. Even we are living in a very high, I think the 3rd floor or the 4th floor. But can you believe it that we are having shower running there? You don't need to come down to get water. The water comes up and you have shower. But just look at Anambra State now, and do you see any running water? Not at all. What you are seeing is borehole. The government suddenly disappeared from supply of water. So that time also, the electricity was not as bad as what you are seeing. That's why whenever the NEPA, the electric company that supply light, takes light, people will shout, "Oh!" And suddenly, maybe after an hour or 2 hours, they bring the light, you hear, "Oh!" everywhere. People start shouting, "Up NEPA, up NEPA." So, but now, there's no electricity anymore. People has to get their solar panels, get the expensive petrol to or diesels to run their generating set. So now, Soludo can be the change also, so that people will remember and said, oh, this year is better than last year. It can happen. Let me give him for example. If you can provide water, something as little as provision of water, running water, I mean not the borehole, but running water that will be distributed to each house. Even if we start it in a little place in most of the cities in Anambra State and expand it. So if we do it this year, people will see it coming up. Maybe, let me give you an example, like Onitsha, it's start like around Wale War area to Fege, and the water start running all over that place. Now people start shouting there and said, oh, the water, we can have shower even on top of 5-story building. That's this year. So some other people will be saying, oh, we haven't got the water. So by next year, 2025, extend it to other places. People now start saying, oh, it's getting a lot better. It's even better this year. That is better, is progressive, is moving, progressive. So that's a simple thing, how he can actually put all those words he's talking about into real action. Let me also give you an example. The insecurity issues we are talking about can also be solved. The blessing of our homeland being quite small is also a blessing. People normally see having too much land is a blessing. No, you have a smaller place, it's also a blessing because it's easy for you to develop that place, to secure the place because it's quite small. So now, people have that fear of coming in the night because of fear of unknown, maybe nothing happening. Now you start opening up some areas. You can say, okay, let's use Wolewa as a whole to Fege. You now put a way that the whole place will be lightened up, not just the street, but each houses. You make it compulsory that every owner of each house must install no less than 2 to 4 solar lights just around their building. You know, the building is 4-corner building. Each side of it must have one solar light. So shining every night. And the whole street are lightened up. Everywhere is lightened up. No dark places. So starting from Wale War to Fege. Now you clear that place and you put CCTV camera everywhere. You now deploy a lot of people that check on the street and watch the whole street. So that place is heavily secured, no crime available. Things, businesses, nightlife starts happening. That people open their businesses in the night. People will say, we are seeing that, oh, this year is much better than last year. So the next year you start expanding it from Wole Fege down to inland town, down to Omoba, Ugwabo Bosi, Awada, Nkpo. That's how progressive. It's not just about talking it, it's about doing it, being doers of all those things. Let me give you an example about also in health. At the moment, where there's shortage of health facilities, it's not in quantity, it's not in quality. So if you now look at what the other vlog we did, how you can also expand the health industry. The government can say, okay, now he's building in Fege a specialist hospital and in Okpoko. So after building all these places, you know that is not even enough for that area because the population of that area is huge. What you need to do now, the people, after you open that place, the people will say, oh, it's getting a lot better that Fege, we don't have this. Soludo is building this. Okpoko, we don't have this. Now, you will now say, okay, let's plan how we can extend it in many other areas, even in that Fege. trying to get more, like 5 of it, in partnership with the landlords and tenants. And the government can also borrow money to invest in it, because health building health or hospitals is also investment, which have a huge return, not just the revenue, but also the quality of life of the people. So they have a lot to bring change in their hands. Soludo have that power. It's no use of just talking about it. You can actually effectively, within 1 year, change the environment in Anambra State. How can this be possible? It's simple as ABC. Now, at the moment, people are saying the whole place is full of rubbish, dirty, and all those things look very, very untidy. So you can as well start with some area. You can start with Wally Water Fege and say, look, we are going to use this as a case study, that within the next 6 months, we are going to make sure there is no single sand on the road, that our road cannot be brown anymore. It must be that if it's a black coat, it will be shining. So you deploy the people, employ more people to tidy the street, get the landlords associations to get more people in partnership with government. The whole place is being swept, and you are having a policy of closing the drainages. So the people in Walewo and Fege will see complete change, and they will say, oh, 2024 is better than 2023. And in the following year, 2025, you will see that you start expanding it. And people said it's getting better and better and better. That's what we're expecting our Governor Soludo, and other governors and politicians to bring to the table, not destroying what is already there. Last year, the food crisis in Nigeria was not that much. But what they did now is that they have make it worse, that people are saying last year is better. Instead of Nigeria progressing or Anambra State progressing, is going backwards. That's exactly what we are talking about. Soludo have so much power to make this change. What he's talking about, if he can put a letter within 6 months, he can actually effectively change a lot of narrative. He can actually make himself the best. It's not that he is performing badly or worse, but he needs to actually match his words with pure action and with a timeline. I am Kodili-nye. What is your opinion on this? What do you believe? What do you think about what we are discussing? Go to the comment section. Let us continue on this discussion, because it's good for you to participate in this. It's good to share it. It's very important to spread this message across. Our homeland must be the best, and we cannot accept any other thing. So we must all join together to make it happen. I am Kodili-nye. Share and subscribe. See you in the next one. I am the son of the wonderful. Bye.